there wasn't pain, it wouldn't be worth it. Today's the day. Day 30. We are here. It's Dave and Mac. The journey to greatness. We've made it. We've shown up. We've arrived. We set a goal. We executed every single day. We set a goal, and every single day we've been up, working hard, sharpening ourselves. How does it feel? Good morning, my brother. You made it. Hey, woman. Hey, this calls for a celebration. Let me go get the Ciroc. He said, feels good. So, the big announcement is that I've pretty much decided that we've reached our goal. And not only have we reached our goal, but we're going to push this thing out. We're going to push this thing out to 365 days. And I was only going to say 60 days, but yeah, 365 days. We're going to go ahead and do this. We're not going to try. We're going to make this a lifestyle. Getting up this early, being productive, sharpening ourselves, because we deserve it. So I'm pretty excited about it, and look forward to building community around it also. So let's get into this meditation. It's 5:03. I'm excited. I'm pumped. Okay. All right. Disconnect the phone. Into that. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Acknowledge you. I see you. Oh man, today's Sunday. Football. Da-da-dum. Yes, this is the Lord of the Rings soundtrack. Yes, I do watch Lord of the Rings, play Monopoly, and play Risk, and challenge anybody to a duel. So if you want it, come get it. All right. Hmm. Alrighty. Excuse me. Dang. Holy smokes. Tony Robbins has 401k under fire. Shots fired. He's thrown a nuke. So this chapter 4, is called Rescuing Our Retirement Plans. Check this out. You might not believe this, but for almost 3 decades, the companies providing 401k plans were not even required by law to disclose how much they were charging their customers. So how much in fees they were charging their customers. Remember, 71% of people enrolled in 401ks think there are no fees, and 92% admit that they have no clue what they are. But the truth is, the vast majority of plans are characterized by huge broker commissions, expensive actively managed funds, and layer after layer of additional and often hidden charges. So a few days ago, we were talking about how financial brokers or financial money managers, what they do is they charge excessive fees. And then I gave an example, or at least I read an example from the book of Tony Robbins stating that, over the lifetime of the time that you spend saving, 3% or 4% of your earnings actually adds up to be a really big chunk of years potentially of earnings that are being taken away by these funding managers or these financial managers, right? The 401k has that, but then they have even more fees on top of that. So check this out. So how much does all of this cost you? This is the double jeopardy, I call it. You got the managing fees and you have the additional managing fees, right? How much does this cost you? Hilton Smith calculated the impact of these additional 401k fees on an average worker who earns about $30,000 a year and saves 5% of his or her annual income. You ready? Over a lifetime, this worker would lose $154,794 in fees. That's more than 5 years of income. A worker who earns about $90,000 a year would lose $277,000 in 401k fees. 207. So like, imagine you make 100, 150, 200. That's a little bit disappointing. You know as well as I do how hard it is for people to save money for retirement. It requires real sacrifices, but excessive expenses can easily destroy the benefits of all of that effort. Some plans take the excessive fees to a whole nother level. Certain providers, not content with their typical stake, change the front end sales load on initial deposits. One of the worst we have seen is a whopping 5.75% of every single dollar you sock away. So so you put $100 in, they take 5%, they take $5 out. And then, obviously that compounds every time you go up and you add a zero to the end of your deposit. Sadly, the people that be aware of the most is teachers, nurses, and nonprofit employees, because you guys are on a 403B according to Tony Robbins here, and it's not governed. That type of retirement account is not governed by the Employment Retirement Income Security Act of 1974. And just for everybody out there, this is actually a really good descriptive. What makes of what the 401k, like good words to describe it. What makes all of this upsetting is that 401k should be and can be a powerful tool for building wealth if used correctly. Pause. I'm gonna jump up to another paragraph. Knowledge is your first defense. Pause. Back down. Instead, the vast majority of plans are riddled of opaque fees, arrangements, and conflicts of interest. In 2015, the Obama administration announced that hidden fees and backdoor payments were costing Americans more than $17 billion per year. And Secretary of Labor Thomas E. Perez has said the corrosive power of fine print and buried fees can eat away like a chronic illness at a person's savings. Damn. Shots fired and putting it all in one book. So you don't know what you don't know. Figure out what fees are out there you're getting charged. Figure out your 401k plan. Tomorrow, Tony's going to go into actually talking about what you do to protect yourself and what you should do to make sure that you're not getting hit too hard. Sometimes there's not really much you can do, right? But then you can control and possibly gain enough knowledge to set up other accounts. And then some people may just say, oh, well, I don't really care. So, but it's totally up to you. All right, we can finish off our day 30 with our journal exercise. We have about 6 minutes. I'm already thinking about what my next book is going to be. And we're going to have 2 books in the book graveyard. Okay. Okay. That concludes our session. We are done for today. Another day down. If you missed it, you can go back and watch the video. Um, I've made the decision to make this a lifetime or a year goal, where it's a lifestyle, I should say, lifestyle, not lifetime, lifestyle change of, hey, how goes it, Candace? Um, we've decided to extend, the Journey to Greatness challenge for an entire year. The cool thing is we're doing really, really important and key things. One is we're journaling everything. So we're journaling everything. So we're keeping track of everything. So we're going to be able to track the progress over time, like what we're doing right and this, that, and the other. The second thing is that we're reading books. And so for every book that we finish and we complete, we're going to go over here in the book graveyard. Our first book was Spiritual Liability by Richard Seaman. We finished this in about 2 weeks. And our second book is Tony Robbins' Unshakable. Your financial freedom playbook. So once we finish that, we'll soon have a pile of books all the way up to here. But we are going to do this for a year, 365 days or 335 days now going forward. And I'm really, really excited about it. I mean, everything about how I operate has changed. I'm very, very mindful about what I do in the evening hours. Very mindful. It's just the challenge. It's like the transformation that you go through to build yourself up to, again, reverse your hours or reverse your schedule, something that we're so accustomed to not doing. Just pretty much refiguring the biochemistry of the body and the mind and the spirit. Just everything is just, it's a beautiful transformation. It's like being it's like being a butterfly in the cocoon stage of the butterfly transformation. It's like we're growing our wings. We're inside of this cocoon and we're growing, we're bigger. And then after the year is over, with everything that we've done, we should be that much more of an asset to ourselves, to our relationships, our friends and our family, and then obviously to the world. It's an exciting time. It's an exciting time to be dedicated. It's an exciting time to do this in community. It's an exciting time to be living right now. And, I look forward to enjoying it with all of you for the next 335 days. And, really, truly making this lifestyle change. For everybody who has been on and maybe I haven't seen you on because you haven't made mention in any of the comments, go ahead and either direct message me or go to the Journey to Greatness at the Journey to Greatness in your Facebook search bar. Just type in the Journey to Greatness and just drop a note and say, hey, I've been doing, this Miracle Life Challenge, the Journey to Greatness, and we'll organize a time so that we can go out to eat or do some type of social gathering or event together. And even if you haven't been, but pause. Even if your physical self hasn't allowed you to get up to go through the cycle of activities and sharpening activities, but your mind is there, please still feel free to come out and send a message if you're interested in joining or meeting up. And let's see how big we can grow this community. I mean, it could be something so impactful. There's so many different directions. I mean, I have so many things in mind in terms of how to give back or how to support events that we can throw. I mean, there's the possibilities are endless. So I love you guys. I hope you have an excellent day. I hope you have an excellent time working out today. I'll see you tomorrow at 5 a.m. It'll be the start to our week, which is perfect. And if you have any questions or concerns, please let me know. I love you guys and enjoy your workout.